Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. First off, sorry if my voice sounds a little rough. I am still getting over a cold, so it's not the greatest. But yeah, I wanted to bring this to you. So some of you may have watched my previous video where I showed you that I've opened an Etsy shop and I am starting to make stickers. So it took me a while to practice, but I did make some stickers for budgeting and stuff. And this is my budget planner that I haven't used in, probably almost a year now. So I've been quite behind on my budgeting. And my budget has suffered, I'll be honest. It's been rough financially. And I really need to get back into it to get everything back in order. Sorry, that's my phone. So I have to get everything back in order, so I have to get back on the budgeting wagon, let's say. So that's what I'm doing today. So what I did is I do have these stickers that I made. Now I made these to practice using my silhouette for my sticker shop. So some of them are cut pretty crooked and they're not pretty. You can see this one kind of cut through. So they're not perfect, but they will do since I don't want to waste paper and redo them. So we're going to go ahead and set some of this down. I won't be filling everything out. I will fill out the budget portion. I will place the stickers for the weekly check-in, but this will be in a separate video just because I don't want this to be too long. But we're going to go ahead and put those down and we'll set everything up. All right, so come along with me while I set this up. So here we go. I'm going to open up to October and you'll see nothing is filled in. It's completely blank. So I am going to go eventually and add some stuff in here. But for now, we're going to focus on setting up our budget. So I am using the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. This is last year's version, so the 2018-2019 version. And I am using the 8.5 by 11 one as well. I wanted more room to write, so that's why this is the bigger version. So we're going to go ahead and start laying down some of these stickers. So I'm going to go ahead for my budget. I'm going to start with this washi that I made, this kind of, I don't know if you'd call that plaid, but I'm going to go ahead and use that. So I'm going to take one of these so you can see it's cut a little off on the bottom there. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. And this is my first time laying this down, so I'm hoping it fits properly. And it seems like it does. I could have made it a little longer, but that's okay. That's why it was my practice one. So I'll put that down, and then I'll take my October budget, and I will put in the header. So I'll put it in here. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my income strip. Just along there. There we go. So I have my income strip. So I'm going to go ahead and start entering in my income before I put the other strips in. So I have my income. And I used to do this differently. Sorry, I should have turned my volume off on my phone. But I used to do this differently. I used to put, because both my husband and I have full-time jobs and part-time jobs on the side. So I used to do like my work number 1 and then my work number 2. Now I'm just going to lump it all together. So my work, my husband's work. I'm going to have miscellaneous category. And then I'm going to have the rollover because every month there is a rollover. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in. I'm going to put miscellaneous. And then roll over. Now I'm also going to put business in terms of Etsy. Although it is still very new and I'm not making quite anything yet. At least nothing that I can put in this budget. But just so I get used to adding it, I'm going to put it in here. That way I don't have to worry about it. So now that I know that that's all there, I'm going to go ahead and take my total column, my total strip, and you'll see how crooked it cut. But you know what? It'll do for my purposes. And you'll see in November's budget how I learned how to cut them, so now they're cutting straight, so that's good. So I'll put that down. I'm gonna use my ruler and make a few lines just to keep everything straight. Alright, so I have that. So for me, for this month, I am expecting to bring in approximately, what was it? $6,900. This is a 3 payday month for me. So I have 3 paydays this month. Then my husband, I'm not budgeting anything for my husband yet. And anything that he does get, we're putting somewhere else. And I'll talk about that in another video. So I'm not going to put anything there for him. Miscellaneous, I'm going to put, I believe it was 1,000. Rollover, what was my rollover? Was 2,100 that I budgeted. And then business, I'm not going to put anything here as well. That way I have a more accurate total. So let me get my calculator so that I can add that all up. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead. So 6,900 plus 1,000 plus 2,100. So that's exactly 10,000. So that's a big month for us. So I'm going to go ahead. 10,000. And I write big, so I'm probably going to have to make these boxes larger for me. So I'm not going to fill in the actual or the plus or minus because I'm not done getting any of this. The only one I do know was my rollover was larger than I had budgeted. It was $2,670.11. That's the only one that I know for sure. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a small strip of washi to separate the income from the expenses. I'm going to choose this nice leaf one. I'll add that in between. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put down my expense strip. Alright. And I'm going to start listing my expenses. So I think I had actually clumped some of these together. Yes, so I have my cheat sheet off to the right here. I hope you guys can still see. I'm trying to make sure I stay in frame. So I have my cheat sheet off to the right, so I'm going to go ahead and just add this in. So first I have rent, and our rent and utilities are all paid separately, so I'm going to add them separately. Water we pay once every 4 months, so it was due for October 1st, and it's not due again until November, December, January, February, so you won't see it again until February. Then heat and hydro. Then I have our cell phones. I have internet. And you'll see when I go through the actual cost for some of these how far behind my budget got. It's actually quite embarrassing, but I guess it happens when life happens, unfortunately. Which is another reason why I really wanted to get back to this. So subscriptions. Then I have my car payment. And I have my car insurance. I have my home insurance. I have an RESP for my children, and this is, for anyone who's watching, this is a Canadian savings program. It's a registered education savings program, so it's basically saving up for our children's college or university fund tuition, so that's what that is. Then I have dance fees and gymnastics fees for my kids. Those are my pretty fixed expenses. And you'll see in my November budget, I am going to separate between fixed expenses and variable expenses because I do have... Alright, sorry everyone. My phone ran out of memory, so I had to kind of offload some of my stuff and make some room. So, where was I? Okay, so I was talking about variable expenses. So I'm moving on to my variable expenses. I'm not going to separate it on this budget, but for my November budget, I will probably be splitting it up. So here I have some of my fixed expenses. Then variable, I'm going to put down food and gas for our cars. I'm going to put a miscellaneous category, and this is different from unbudgeted. So miscellaneous will be anything that's coming up in the month that is different from other months but doesn't necessarily need its own category. So that's what that will be. And then I've added a business category, and that's for my Etsy shop because, I mean, until it starts making a lot of money, I kind of need to put some money aside so that I can buy supplies like sticker paper and stuff, which right now I'm trying to find a new supplier because the supplier I got for these ones, if you see on the back, it has the company info, and this is an awesome company for, you know, their mailers and poly envelopes and everything. But when it comes to stickers, I don't really want to sell this with this logo on the back. So they said they're not able to provide any stickers without that. So looking for another supplier, but I have a few samples coming. So anyways, that was off topic there for a second. So, all right, so I have my category. So this is the expenses. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. I think that's it. Business, food, gas, miscellaneous. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add some lines on this now. Try to make them pretty even. Make sure you're still in frame. And my computer is now buzzing at me because people are messaging me. And I will put total expenses at the bottom. Alright. So now I'm going to go in and list the budgeted amount for each of these. I hope you can see this and I'm not too crooked. I have this tendency of writing sideways, so hopefully you're able to follow along. Alright, so for rent, it's $17.50 a month. Water, I usually budget about $2.25 for every 4 months. I've never had to pay this much, and I've been living here for almost 3 years now. But this number was based on what the previous tenants used to pay. I don't know how they ever spent that much on water because I've tried. I mean, I've done laundry, I've done dishes, I've given the kids baths and everything, and I've never gotten that close, so I don't know what they were doing. But anyway, so I keep on budgeting it because I'd rather budget more and then be under budget than not budget enough. So I leave it like that. Heat, I usually budget $125, and I budget this year-round, even though we don't heat the house year-round. That way, in the warmer months, I spend less, and in the cooler months, then I'm still under budget, hopefully. Hydro, I budget $90. Cell phones is a biggie. I budget $400, and that's probably going to shock many of you, but that is for 3 cell phones, my husband, mine, and my dad's. My dad does send me money for his, but I put that money in the miscellaneous category up here, and then I budget for his phone bill in here. So it is quite a big bill, but oh, I forgot to mention, this also includes our home monitoring system, so that's included in that. So it is a big bill, but it's worth it. Next, internet. We budget $59. all of our subscriptions. Now, I didn't add that all up. This is anything from Netflix to Crave to gym membership to a whole bunch of stuff. And I have to pay also for Microsoft Office monthly. So I just have the list off to the side. So I have, this is my Netflix for $16.99. My mother's Netflix for $9.99, and she also sends me that money. $22.58 is my gym membership. $12.43 is the Microsoft Office. And then $24.85 is our Crave. So that's a total of $86.84. So I'm just going to round that up to $87. That way it's there. Car payment. So one car payment I pay every 2 weeks on my payday is $267.55. Now, because it is a 3 payday month, I will be paying this 3 times. Usually I pay it twice, but this time I'll be paying it 3 times. So I'm going to go that times 3 is $802.65. So I'm going to list that exactly as it is because it's always identical. Car insurance is $263.55, very close to the actual payment of the car. Home insurance is $46.46. The RESP is $116.98. Dance, this is for my son and my oldest daughter. I pay $361 per month. Gymnastics is $284. Now for my variables, food, I should be budgeting $700. Gas, I should be budgeting $400. And this gas bill might shock many of you because all of the YouTube videos I've been watching, no one has budgeted that much for gas. But if I were to tell you how much driving I do, compared to where I live and where I work and where my kids' school and activities are, you would see why this is $400. But totally different. So, miscellaneous. So I do have some expenses for October. So I had $175 to pay for my daughter's choreography. Then I had $150, which I can't remember what that's for. Anyways, and then I owed $80 for clothing for dance, and then $180 to pay back. We sold some chocolates for a fundraiser, so I have to pay that back. So that's in my miscellaneous income, and then I'm just gonna take the $180 out. So that's a total of $585. And then I budgeted $200 for my Etsy business, and I can guarantee you I've already gone over that, and I will probably keep on going over that this month, unfortunately. So I'm going to total all this up. Just move this off to the side a little bit so you can still see. Alright, so $17.50, $225, $125, $90. I'm just going to go $459, add those two together, $87, $802.65, $263.55, $46.46. My computer is still yelling at me over here, sorry. $116.98, $361, $284, $700, $400, $585, and $200. So that's a total of, excuse me, $6,495.64. That's a big total. That's a lot of expenses. So I'm going to put down another strip of washi. I might go with this one this time. before I put my savings down. Now, I'm going to list potential savings, but it isn't actually going to be savings because I'm not quite at that point yet. I've been so far behind on my bills that I need to get caught up on those before I can actually do savings. So what this savings will actually be the rollover into the following month. I will be taking some of it out and putting it into sinking funds, which I'll do another video for. But for now, whatever I list as savings is actually going to be a few sinking funds, but mostly rollover. So we're going to do that. So that means I'm going to go 10,000, make sure I have enough zeros, minus 6495, 64. So that means I should have $3,504.36 of potential savings, assuming I did this right. All right. So that is that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list some of these. I have the actual amounts already. I've already paid them. So I'm going to list what I've actually paid already. Now I do use every dollar on my phone so that my husband can also keep track when he spends anything. So that's where I'm going to get these totals from, just so that it is accurate. Obviously, I can't list my income yet because I still have another payday coming. All right, so we're going to go. Let me zoom you in just a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit. This is hard to do on my phone. Nope, it's not letting me. Anyways, hopefully you can see well enough. All right, so rent is always the same at $17.50. That's guaranteed. So water... Let's see. How do I change that? Change to spent. Sorry, my laptop next to me. I just want to change it. So water, I spent, and this is where you're going to see. I don't understand. I spent $56.82. That's such a huge difference. I don't know how they ever spent $225 on water in 4 months. I only spent $56.82. Either I'm doing something wrong or they were just ridiculous. I have no idea. Heat, we paid $58.71. And one thing we learned about the heating bill is we had one of the technicians from the heating company come in and check our water heater. It was a courtesy kind of thing, and they had a promotion going on. He came to check, and the tenants that lived here before, we didn't know this, but the tenants that lived here before had raised the temperature on the water heater to like 180 degrees. And the water heater can't even heat the water to that degree of temperature because it only goes to 120. So this whole time we've been paying a whole bunch of extra money just to heat water that can't even be heated to that temperature. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. It made sense to me when he explained it to me, but I was shocked. So that was the last time we paid this much. Now we've turned on the heat in the house because it's gotten cold outside. Living in Canada, it gets colder earlier. So we have turned on the heat, so I'm expecting to spend about this much again, but it shouldn't be as high as it used to be just because the guy was able to turn down the heat on the water heater, thankfully. All right, hydro, moving on. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Hydro, we spent $75.73. Okay, here's where we get interesting. Cell phones, I have paid $750. That is because we are that far behind, and I'm still not even done catching up. So this one, I already know I should change color. I brought my markers here. So I love these pens, by the way, these fine liners. I'm going to list in red just because I know I'm so far above. So I spent $350 over budget. Yeah, because Well, because we're that far behind. So I'll go back and add these ones after. Internet spent $117.40. That one we were behind, but now we are caught up. So at least that one is caught up. Let me just add that. 117.40 minus 59. So we are over by 58.40. Alright, subscriptions. I'm not done paying all of them, so I can't add that in. Car payment, not done paying, can't add that in. Car insurance, haven't paid it yet. It's due at the end of the month. Home insurance we paid was exactly $46.46. RESP was paid was $116.98. Dance was paid at $361. Gymnastics was paid at $284. Food is variable, gas variable. This one I'm not all done. Business, I can tell you right now, I have spent a total of $237.07 already. So I'm already over budget by just under $40. So I just have a few more things to purchase, mainly the sticker paper once I get my samples from the new company. Hopefully they don't have the stupid logo on the back. If they don't, then that's what I'll be ordering. I'll be ordering some new stickers so that whoever orders stickers from my shop will get stickers without the logo on the back. So I'm not going to go ahead and add any more there. What I am going to do, I should put, so this one was the same, so I don't have to put anything there. That was the same, that was the same, and those are the same. So I'm going to take my green pen, and now I'm going to list how much under budget I was on some of these. So water, $225 minus $56.82. I'm left with, so I'm under budget by $168.18. Then the heat, $125. I paid $58.71, so I'm under budget by $66.29. $66.29. And then hydro was $90. I paid $75.73, so I'm under budget by $14.27. So that's where we're at so far. So hopefully that helps. Now, what I'm gonna do before I go, I'm just gonna set up the rest of my stickers, just so that when I'm ready, I can go ahead and finish it off. So this is the budget sheet. On the next sheet here, I think what I want to do is add my weekly check-in. So for this one, I'm probably going to use this stick washi. It's a nice leaf pattern. So let me just flip this over. I'll add this in. And then I'll put the header in. Try to make sure it's somewhat straight. Alright, and then I'm going to add my washi strips. Now, like I said, these were my practice ones, so they are a little crooked. So I'm just going to list this one first. And then I'm going to count how many lines I want. Food, gas, unbudgeted, food, gas, unbudgeted, and I think another one, I can't remember. So I'm just going to leave 4 spots. So that's 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna go to the next one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems really small. I feel like I'm missing something. Hold on, I'm gonna pull these up. I'm gonna make it 5 lines. I feel like 4 is not gonna be enough. So I'm just gonna pull this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try 5. That might make a bit more sense. Even if I only have 4, it might be better to have a bit of space. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put this down. Hey guys, my throat is still killing me from being sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one. Alright. So now I still have a lot of space at the bottom, which is one of the reasons why I like getting the 8.5 by 11 deluxe monthly planner, just because I like having more room. I mean, I have 3 kids, a lot of activities, you know, full-time job, part-time job, miscellaneous income, all this stuff. So I like making sure I have more room if I need it. So yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add my weeks. So I add week 1 there. Add week 2, trying to make them somewhat straight. Week 3. Week 4. And then lastly, week 5. Right here. Alright, so I have all of my weeks listed. I'm not going to make any lines just yet. I might make the lines later, but for now I'm just going to leave this as is. And then I'm just going to add, you know what, the next thing I have is sinking funds and the transaction log. I'm probably just going to make those separate videos just because I still have to figure out exactly which funds I want for my sinking funds. And then transaction log, I don't know if I want to maybe use this for this month just because it's already the mid-October. So I don't know if I want to go back and write it all out. I might just skip this month and then start it again in November. I don't know. But I'm going to probably go ahead and make this a separate video so I'm not keeping you guys too long. So that is it for this budget. We'll consider this a mid-October budget review, I guess. So that's where we're at. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this is helpful. Yeah, and if you're interested, I mean, like I said, I am making stickers now on my Etsy shop. If you're interested in checking it out, I also have cash envelopes. I will link my Etsy shop link down below. I also have an Instagram for my Etsy shop. Still very new, but I'll also link that down below. Hopefully you check it out and let me know what you think. I am open to making custom orders. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, especially if you're new, and click the bell so that you know when I'm uploading more. I will be uploading much more often now that I'm back, because I was gone for about a year. So now that I'm back and I'm committed to, you know, budgeting and getting my life back in order, at least financially, then we can go on this journey together. So thank you everyone, and I will see you again soon. Bye.